Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Dawn Chorus. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, it's on itch.io. And if you want the most up-to-date version, you can go to their Patreon. Because, the more money you give, the earlier you get things like the Toro fruit, which we're doing. Anyways, now that I've been thinking about it, I kind of want to read these things, maybe not so in depth as I usually did prior when I first started it, for scenes we've already done. It's just, I don't know, there's so many routes, and I was like, well, if I went down this route to see, since I know this person's not here, would I, do that? But then it's like, well, if I did go down that route and that person's not there, then I wouldn't be talking as eloquently or something like that when, that person, when I do something down that line. So, like, let's see if it's Miko, this person, I'm just looking for extra stuff. So, I'm gonna try at least do some reading. The corridors were all empty. Everyone must have already gotten there. A quick glance at my watch tells me it's 13:31, so I'm barely late by a minute. Lunch is the last thing I want to be late to. I open the door and enter the cafeteria. Looks like I'm not the last one. Most seats are occupied, but some of the students I saw on the bus are not here yet. The cafeteria is spacious and pretty modern, much better than what I would expect from a rural guest house. Some of the plants are lined up against the southern wall and windows, and lamps hanging from the ceiling lighting the room. Plants. I was thinking it was like plates would be lined up, right? And it's like plants, I guess. I see two tables with people I know. Miko sitting on one end of the room with the bear I met earlier, and a raccoon that I don't know. And Rune is sitting at, let's see, a raccoon I don't know. I hate you. I will never forgive the Japanese. This is related to Spin the Bottle event. And Lake sitting at the table just next to that one, together with Coach and Rune. Lake knows me first and waves me enthusiastically. I guess we'll go do this thing since we've done it before, but then, chat with Lake. I hesitate for a moment, walk up to the table where Lake, Rune, and Coach are sitting, sit down beside the line. I feel a slight twinge of guilt, though. I want to make some new friends, but I don't want Miko to feel like I'm pushing him aside. I'm gonna be pushing him aside. I glance at the second table and see he's chatting to Raccoon. The bear's listening to their conversation. Maybe I'm worrying over nothing. Hey, Dark. I didn't see you there, so I figured you'd be late and saved you a seat. Unpacked already? Yeah, took me longer than expected. I managed to take a photo I even like, and it wasn't a waste of time. How about you? Oh, I love the room I got. It's so nice. Even it's not as big as yours. I got a huge bed all to myself. Yeah, see, that's new. And it's maybe the most comfortable carpet I've ever put my paws on. It's really comfortable. The university didn't skip on any of this for sure. I got a room with Jorgen. Do you know him? He's studying astrophysics, and he's in my study group. And one of the best there actually. Also, I'm going to be reading a bit quickly, so, it's might not be word for word correct. Well, more than usual. Sometimes it'll stupid compared to him. Like, in the last class we had, he finished everything in the hour before me, and that's unusual for him. He told me that he will be late and needs to finish something I don't know what. We're talking about Bjorn? Oh, Jorgen, right, the bat, that it has some interesting tastes. And by tastes, I mean pee. Not his own, though. Not like Lake. I started to tune out, just on, mentally tired after the ride and the unpacking. Thankfully, I have no problems with falling asleep on the bus, but it's not exactly comfortable. I do like Lake a lot, but his enthusiasm can be exhausting at sometimes. I shift my attention to the pair sitting across from the table from us, Coach and Rune. They seem to know each other, which isn't a surprise. Also, where would Toruv be? I can't tell if he's actually in the group or not in the group. They're so much more casual with each other than I thought they would be, though. I'm still getting used to it. Hell, I don't know if I ever will. It's really fun hearing you talk like that about things completely normal to us. I had no idea Americans and Norwegians are that different. Yes, it's the only thing that makes me more glad that I'm here instead of back there. Dark? How about that photo you mentioned? I open my mouth to reply, but I'm interrupted by the waiter putting glasses and with our meals on the table. Lake shifts his attention towards the plates, looking at him hungry with his snout. Yeah, I guess snout would be mouth. As if he hadn't seen food in a year. Ooh, nicer than expected. Before two of us with sizable dishes, one looks like roots, vegetable stew, and the other looks like some sort of salad. Now, if you want to see me pull up pictures of root vegetable stew, go to, I think it would be like the second Let's Play of these series. You know, the rune root. There's also a basket of bread, and a plate of sunshine buns, each of them wrapped in paper for convenience. Oh, I love those. Soft and fluffy, smelling of that stuff and cinnamon. They became my go-to dessert after moving to Norway. Mike is first to the salad spoon and starts putting food on his plate. When he finishes, I extend a paw to take the spoon from him, but he shakes his head and starts filling my plate with food too. Don't bother. How much do you want? I think I can see Coach looking at the corner of his eye. Suddenly, I feel very self-conscious. Maybe a bit more. Thanks. Oh, that smells so good. Until now, I didn't really realize how hungry I was. I grab a slice of rye bread and start eating the stew. It has a rich, earthy taste, and the turnips had a crunchy texture. It's flavored masterfully, not bland and not too strong, with a hint of thyme and smoked paprika. Oh, that's good, I needed that. Suddenly, I hear the door of the cafeteria opening. I turn to the direction and see, clad in dark clothes, entering the room. A black cat, I think. Who are you? Who is he? He's some kind of mysterious guy. With their dyed hair and somewhat elegant clothing, they certainly stand out from the crowd. They look in our direction for a moment, but instead of joining us, sit down at the table next to ours, where Miko is sitting. After him, another person enters the room. I'm not sure if they're dateable, but they have some sort of specific routes to talk to them or something, or to interact with them more. Bab, rather short, wearing a poncho and a scarf. Rather unusual look somehow, but it works for them. I don't think I've ever seen anyone wearing a poncho in Norway yet. Now that I think of it, it would work very well here in this climate. Look around the cafeteria, searching for something or someone. They finally see us and start walking in our direction. Jorgen, come over here. We're already eating. Huh? So that's the roommate he was talking about. He seems to be artsy type, not someone I normally would associate with Lake. Jorgen sits in silence. Sitting down, joins us in silence, sits down, pouring himself some juice from a pitcher. I love juice. Try some stew. It's really good. Wait, I'll just put some on your plate too. Lake does as he says, while Jorgen is sipping his juice. That's a weird pair, two complete opposites. An extrovert volcano Venji and a stoic introvert. Like, I wonder, like, apparently, I constantly was like, okay, when I was playing Adastra, was a white tuft here a stud or was it just faux? No, apparently it is a stud. And why is my head so high? Come on. Okay, not that much. Once more. There we go. But, like, what happens if you take out one of those studs? Would you be able to drink juice? I don't know. I mean, I dated... Well, I don't think they actually had that. I think it was a nose hoop. Okay, dated might not be the word. It was asked out, and then there wasn't actual dates. There was other stuff, but, let's continue. Finished everything. You had to? I wouldn't be here otherwise, would I? Introduced. Did we not keep silent? Oh, we did keep silent. Okay, let's introduce ourselves. Hi, I'm Dark. You're a friend of Lake, yes? I think you said that, yes? Good evening to you then. Likewise. His expression definitely doesn't say so. Well, I tried. I started stuffing myself with stew, and the tune out the other's conversation happened at our table. Just for lunch in Norway, is much, much more modest. It's nice to have something like this from time to time. I wonder what a modest... Like, does modest mean, like, less variety and less richness and stuff like that, or just smaller meals? Because smaller meals would make sense since they have 4 of them. Crazy, crazy people. I'm joking. Though it does seem odd. Anyways, what do you normally eat for lunch then? Usually we have 2 to 3 open sandwiches with hummus or something else. Actually, I do want to look at what an open sandwich is. Open sandwich. Okay. So I guess it's like bread with, you know, the ingredients on top of it, but not a second slice of bread. It's like a sandwich, but without the other slice of bread. But that's not a sandwich. I don't know Rune, and he doesn't know me, but if I ever want to even talk to him, there's the best chance I have. On the other paw, I was already discussing with Lake. I hope he doesn't mind. We're gonna keep talking with Lake to figure out their thing. Sorry, Rune, you're gonna have to deal with your stuff by yourself in this timeline. My bad. No, Lake saved me a seat because he wanted to talk to me. I won't let him down. Oh yeah, before we were interrupted, he asked me about the photograph. Oh, Lake, you asked me about the photo. You want to see it? Lake swallows, and puts down the cutlery. Sure, show me. I don't think I've ever seen any of your photos before. Sharing my photography is something I had to learn. Initially, I didn't want to show my photos to anyone, but I had to build up some confidence, and in what was even harder, become open to critique. Critique? It didn't hurt when others were telling me that my photos suck. No, it did hurt, but at least they were also telling me why they suck. Without feedback, I would never get better. And I am glad I did. When I look back on my photos from a few years ago, the difference in skill is obvious. Even back when I managed to get some good shots. Even then, I managed to get some good shots, but over time, as my skills improved, so did my ratio of good to bad ones, too. I open the bag, take the instant photo out and put it on the table. Maybe it's nothing special, but I like it. I wanted to convey a certain mood, and I think it was successful at that. I still imagine Lake standing there at the edge of the forest, but of course, I won't tell him that. Twists his man's head from one side to the other, looking at the photo from different angles, as if trying to solve a puzzle. It's nice, but I don't see much here. Well, to be frank, there is not much there. There's just a view from the window in my room, but I wanted to capture it. I like having a physical copy of a memory in that way. Don't try to look for anything specific, but rather zoom out and look at the whole picture. There's a strong vibe to it. Yes. Ominous. Nick observes the photo closely with his paw under his chin. Sort of like that sculpture, The Thinker. Somehow, it doesn't suit him at all. Jorgen leans in from the opposite side of the table too, his face finally showing something else than boredom. It's an instant photo? I haven't seen those in a while. Yeah, it's an instant camera. I have an instant camera with me. I think it's my favorite type. I love the immediacy that comes with it. Do you have any other photos with you? I'd like to see more. And now that I think of it, would Tall Roof be on the other table? Well, we already picked this one. We'll have to figure it out later. No, but I have more in my room. You can drop by later if you want. Meanwhile, Coach finished eating and stood up, grunting to get everyone's attention. Attention, everyone. I have a few important things to say. The cafeteria goes silent in an instant. Everyone turns to Coach's direction, who was standing next to his seat. Welcome to the first day of our winter science camp. Ahead of us is a full week of activities, lectures, practical classes, and some leisure time as well. For now, we'll let you rest. After lunch, you're free to do whatever you please. Today is for integration and fun. Come. Devin takes out a note from his pocket and starts to read from it. Dinner's 1600, here in the cafeteria. This evening, if the weather allows, those who signed up for it will be observing the stars from the terrace. And also you, Arvo, you're going to have to pick who you're going to sleep with, Uwu. All the guest house facilities are at your disposal, even the closet. Try not to make a mess, Uwu. This includes a swimming pool, sauna, and comm space with a snooker table, which is basically like a small, or is it a bigger pool table? Anyways, there's a sauna here. A small win for me. Please remember that tomorrow we're meeting at the entrance of 7:45 for a trip to the town. Hopefully it won't snow too much. Don't be late. Breakfast served at 700. Then folds the paper back into his sides of his pocket, looking around the room and all the students. Okay, so I'd have to assume what's his name wasn't with this group. You're all students, so free to leave the guest house. Just please don't do anything stupid, like smoke pot or any kind of reefer. We don't want reefer madness here. It will be us teachers that have to handle that. If you need anything, you can find me in room 2. In that case, in the case there's an emergency, I'm your first person to make contact. See that most of you finished already. So for now, you're free to go. Gil sits down, turning towards the room. I'm gonna hit the pool room soon. I need to get some rest first, but after that, lunch. Okay, sure, I'll join you there in a while. Ooh. Just what's between these two? Are they having sex? Leaving those speculations for later. I get up, having finished my food. Okay, Lake, I'll see you in a while. And remember, to drop by my room when you have some time. I don't have any photos with me. I think I'll have to think of something. Maybe we'll talk to him later. Talk him into letting me take a photo of him. I'm really looking forward to that. Even though we've known each other for some time already, we don't hang out often and I got hiccups. Studying in the university is much more time consuming than I thought it would be. Sure, take care. Grab a sunshine bun on the plate and I take a bite holding the paper. It's so good. Let out a pleasured sigh. Ooh. Giving Lake the photograph a pat on giving Lake a pat on the shoulder. Sorry, I'm reading too fast. I started walking out the cafeteria and towards my room. I bumped into a few students out on my way from the cafeteria, but thankfully the button didn't take any damage. Why are you so clumsy? Leaving the crowded room, I catch myself humming a melody. I haven't been in such a good mood in a long time. But I've got every reason to be there. Here so clean and pleasant, even inside the guest house. I have nothing to worry about. Ooh, no classes, no assignments, no groceries, or cleaning to be done. It's so peaceful here. I feel like strange energy building up inside me, excitement for the coming time that threatens to explode. I'm free. I have nowhere to hurry. And at the same time, there's so much I want to do. And we have the whole camp ahead of us. I already can't wait to walk around the forest here. Take some photos in the sun afterwards. Maybe I'll talk to Lake into going with me. No, we're not smooching Lake. We're smooching the person who is just way too horny. Because, I'd prefer me go first, but his second day isn't finished yet. I like the line. He seems to like me as well. I can call him by Can I call my close friend yet? Walking through the glazed part of the corridor, I see the same panorama, the mountains as from my room. I can't get enough of this view. Surrounded peaks covered in snow, barren and raw. The forest undulating in the wind. The falling snow, pearly white and gleaming. Beautiful, isn't it? Buddy Miko. Yep, I startled. I got completely lost in my thoughts, and did not hear the footsteps behind me. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. I saw you stand there, daydreaming. What's up? I was thinking how great it is to be here now. Such a good change of scenery from time to time. Miko walks up to the window and stands beside me. His arm almost brushes against mine, but doesn't move further away. His gaze focuses on the view before us. But then his tail touches mine for a brief moment before he sways it to the other side. Looks like he's still hesitant to initiate physical contact. Or maybe he's unsure if it would be okay with it. I move close to him so that our arms touch. He's shorter than me by a head. So how short is he? So he can't bump shoulders. But I hope he understands the gesture. A subtle smile appears on his snout. I brush my tail against his. and he doesn't shy away, keeping close to me. Hey, you two seem to be getting along well. Suddenly, someone pushes from behind, pats our backs unceremoniously. Travis, you bastard! Just checking the time. Hey there. The Tanuki is a bastard. Shorter than Miko, with a lively gleam in his eyes. How's the audio? Oh, it's quieter. Okay, cool. Hello, do you know each other? No, yeah, I'm Travis. I know Miko. I'm gonna stop you from having a kiss. From the neurobiology class. We study in the same department. Also, how is it that you've had sex? I mean, maybe he was lying, but I don't know. We actually just talked for the first time earlier today, when we both waited our keys. Wait. Oh, you guys. What are you two doing here? Just looking outside. Really depressing, isn't it? I'm starting to miss the sun already. Bastard. Wait, you don't like the snow? It's fun for a while, but I'd rather be on the beach now and catch some sun in my fur. The closest beach likely isn't that far from here, but that part about the sun might be a bit more problematic. Anyway, I'd better be going. I want to rest a bit after lunch. You know, digesting takes some energy. Have a nice rest. I'll be in my room in any case. You know where to look for me. Feel free to drop by. And I'll turn around, continuing to my room. I finally stand there at the door before my door to my room. I put a paw in my pocket to take out the key. But it's not there. I wiggle my paw inside my pocket, but it's empty. I check my other pocket, only to find my phone there. Of course I wouldn't put my keys in the same pocket as my phone anyway. I feel the odd cold sweat on my forehead. No. Things like this don't really happen. There's literally no way I could lose the key. It's not like I put it in my camera bag or something. I always put my keys in the right pocket. I just wear trousers deep enough for pockets not to fall out. Press the handle, try to open the door. It doesn't budge. I knew I looked that way. It's kind of hard to try and do both reading and also kind of speed reading since I've already read this. Now I'm kind of flip-flopping back to, hey, just kind of skip these things or quickly tap through them. Bugger. Yeah, well, that's life. I have to think of a way. Okay, deep breaths. The key must have simply fallen out of my pocket, somewhere along the way, maybe in the cafeteria. I simply have to retrace my steps and look for it. I turn back around and walk down the stairs, scanning the carpet area for unexpected shapes. Some students pass me along the way, but I try my best not to look distressed. I don't want the others to look at me as if I'm some sort of clumsy kid, but foremost, I'm scared of the possible fines of losing key. I'm just a student without a job. I can't really afford putting even more strain on my budget. Better not even consider it. I feel like I'm already on the verge of panic attack. I should probably read normally so I could actually, not stumble over my own words. I might have wanted some adventure during the camp, but this is definitely not what I had in mind. Well, somebody already found the key. That's entirely possible. I found the key on the floor. I didn't know where the others was. I would return it to the teacher. Coach Devon said to contact him if we need anything. Maybe I should go straight to him and ask for advice. Interesting. Now that I think about it, what happens if I just look for the key? I don't want to bring anyone into this before I check the corridors and the cafeteria myself. Interesting. Because the 2 times I've done this prior was Rune, and, well, kind of doing everything but focusing on Rune mostly, but then the second time I did strictly Rune, and this time, since I guess didn't interact with Rune, I didn't bump into him. I don't want to bring anyone else into it before I check the corridors of the cafeteria myself. I leave that for the last resort. Oh, it's Lake. Interesting. Oh, Dark, hello again. I almost jumped back, startled. Is everyone so set on scaring me today? Lake? Sorry, I didn't hear your footsteps. What are you up to? I hope you won't notice the nervousness of my voice. Nothing, just coming back to my room. Jorgen said he was going outside, so I'm alone. Oh, if you want to, I can go visit you now. You wanted to show me some stuff, yes, Owu? I can tell the tips of my ears are turning red from embarrassment. There's no use in lying, though. With a long run of dishonesty, never pays. Actually, I've lost the key to my room, so I'm looking for it right now. So I'm afraid you can't visit my room right now, because neither can I. Oh. Lake gasps, surprised. I think that this is the first time I see him lost for words. His open muzzle quickly closes and turns into a reassuring smile. I'm sure you'll find it in no time. It's not like a big guest house after all. Where were you? Were you anywhere else after dinner? No, went straight to my room. I didn't notice I lost the key until I got there. So it must be somewhere between your room and the cafeteria then. Oh, maybe someone already found it and returned it to the reception. You should check there too. I definitely sense that he's trying to cheer me up with the enthusiasm. I must be looking pretty down right now. Oh, no wonder. I am feeling pretty down. But a bit less now, thanks to cute dork. He is pretty cute. Let me just double check, even though we've pretty much been going on this thing done chorus. Just gonna bring this a thing with that cute deer guy. And let's see. Lake. 50% done of day 2, though I'm not sure if it's 50% done and uploaded to these things or not. But petting his white maned head, closes his eyes and purrs quietly, his mouth curving into a content smile. Very cute dork. Withdraw my paw. Oh, you petted him? He is pretty cute. Draw a paw, but Lake keeps his eyes closed for a moment longer, laying out a pleasured sigh. Thank you, Lake. No problem at all. Come tell me when you find the key. I nod, agreeing as we part ways, Lake continuing to his room, me heading to the cafeteria. Some more students passing by on the way to the cafeteria. When I arrive there, it's completely empty. Tables are covered in checkered tablecloths, gleaming in the sunlight filtering through the windows. Looks like the sun came out from behind the clouds for a moment, although it's only been a while afternoon, and it's already low on the horizon. We're above the Arctic Circle after all. The eeriness of the empty cafeteria and the Arctic sun makes it all seem like a scene from a film. It reminds me of staying late at my school, together with Miko. Walking through the empty hallways, usually filled with noise and bodies, entering empty classes that some careless teacher forgot to lock. The sound of a door closing behind me snaps me out of my daze. I walk up to the table, and I was eating lunch, but I already knew anyway the key was not here. I turn my head towards the window. The sun's just hiding behind the clouds again, and the snowfall still continues. Suddenly I feel very alone. I come close to the window and observe the falling snowflakes. Each of them is different and unique, but when temperature rises, they all melt together in one puddle. I wish I had someone with me right now. Back then, I was in high school. I got super hard into the idea of making a tulpa, sort of imaginary companion that you gave physical form. Okay, tulpa. Where's L? Pull. Is a concept in Theosophy, mysticism, and the paranormal of an object or being that is created through spiritual or mental powers. Huh. Okay, that's weird. The companion is supposed to be sentient and autonomous, and the act of creation is simply done by imagining them. Of course, I was skeptical about it, and doubt that anyone has ever actually achieved that, but I wanted to try anyway. I've heard that there were some dangers associated with this. For example, it was not easy to get rid of a tulpa, and being a host of one would potentially be exhausting. Having a tulpa means you can never truly be alone. Nothing came out of it, obviously, but to that practice came with it. I'm quite good with visualizing. Let me shake my head again. turn left, I imagine another person standing beside me. It's Rune. My husband, though. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Oop, I forgot to get rid of that. There we go. Let's even click Rune. Rune. He's walking around the cafeteria, humming a melody, this time wearing his usual clothing. Now I can stare at him as much as I want without feeling weird. Look at his bulgy-wolgy. He really is looking impressive, and taller than me, and very athletic. I wish I could really spend some time with him, but this has to do for now. I do feel a bit less alone now, but I still don't have my key. This didn't bring me even one step closer to resolving my problems. The only thing I can do now is go to the reception and explain my situation. I turn around and leave the cafeteria. I lean into the lobby. Dark, hey. Suddenly I hear a voice calling me. I turn right. See light walk in my direction. Hey there. Where'd I go? Did you find your key? No, I didn't. I'm just going to the reception to ask if anyone maybe found the key and returned it there. Oh. Link is visibly disappointed, drooping his shoulders. Let's hope the key is there. I'll go with you, okay? Sure, I could use some company now. He doesn't respond, and starts walking with me. Together we continue down the corridor, Link staying 2 steps behind me. It's not the best way to start a camp. On the flip side, it can only get better from here. I really hope you're right about that. I wasn't stressed out, even over high school finals. Man, I really feel like hitting the sauna as soon as I get done with this. Oh, now we're talking. We need to check out where it is in this guest house. Meanwhile, we reach the reception area. Lake enters the room first, and walk after him. I hugged up the counter. I guess we can kind of fast forward through this mentally. Though, yeah, let's keep going. Shortwire gender enters the utility room. A wolf of ambiguous age. She-wolf. She's a wolf. 30 or 50. Guten Morgen. Abertuch head dem end. Guten Meg. I lost my keys in our room. I would like to look for around the guest house, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Has anyone found it and returned it here? It's fine. I'm not sure if there's some sort of like northern European rivalry or something like that. I just can't make fun of the Irish, or the Scottish, or the Welsh, or the other English. I joke. Granted, I'm American, like from Alaska. Hopefully that doesn't count. Last key to the room in the guest house. No, not yet, unfortunately. Did you leave in the guest house after you got the key? No, I didn't. It has to be somewhere in the guest house. Keep your eyes open, assuming it's not gone. Number, please. Start number 17. Number's the ledger. Searching for something. Your room is a single one. You haven't found a second key for it. I'll call the office key in the meantime. I was flip on from parking dials number. Someone on the other side picks up quickly in a muffled voice. Speaker. The jam picks up the phone. To her ear. Starts to explain the situation. The lake. He's sat next to me, playing with his phone. I'm really thankful that he's here with me right now. Sorry we won't be actually dating in this timeline, but that's fine. We only have known each other for a month, but we already are quite close. Now to think of it, life here would be much more boring if I never met him. It's hard to imagine my life in the dormitory without his shenanigans. Sorry, Lake. I won't be getting that line. I can't think of a euphemism that deals with lines, unfortunately. Maybe sometime. I really had time for him, though. Maybe I was a bad friend all the time. I will make up to you, Lake. Unfortunately not. Book and dirt. It's a portraiture. Blocked. I switched my attention to the janitor. She's speaking in an urgent tone. I understand the words. She ended the conversation with a simple "Hadet," put down the phone with a sigh. Looks like nobody from the office will be here to make it here today. They're unprepared for the snow that started falling early this year, and I'm a bit... And what? Such amounts. It will take some time more. In the meantime, I'll look around for the key. For today, you'll have to move into another room. We don't have any single rooms left, unfortunately, but I can show you which rooms we have bed still available. We have a lot more double rooms than single ones, so most of the students got a room on a second bed. Maybe one of your friends will still have a free room. Though actually, that is a good question. I'll find you something. She gives me an apologetic smile and points to a small basket on the counter filled with sweets. Maybe you want some? I shake my head, looking down at my paws. I want one, though. He takes one and wraps it, shoving it into his maw. I don't really know what to say with the very sudden turn of events. I have so many questions, I don't even know which one to ask first. Swallowing saliva, ooh, I finally decide on one that concerns me the most right now. All my stuff is already in my room. I won't be able to retrieve anything until tomorrow. Oh, you're right. Wait a moment. She walks off the utility room and returns, carrying something in her paw. Here's a bathroom kit for you. We always have a spare few for those who forgot their bag and toothbrush and soap in them. Pass me a kit, all packed inside a cloth pouch. Really sorry about this. Go do anything else or get out. Shake my head. If you have any questions or problems, please come back to me, and we'll try and sort it out. I'm not going anywhere, though. By midnight, I usually am asleep already. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. Go into the utility room. You okay, Dark? Lake looks at me with a concerned face. Not really. It's a lot of bad news for one day. Yeah, I understand. Don't have that sad face. I'll gladly let you sleep in my room if I had a free bed, but I'm already with Jorgen. Sorry. And how would I date either of them? Nothing to apologize for. I'm happy that even you thought about that. I really appreciate it. I hug him closely, feeling a lot of fuzzy feelings for this fuzzy line right now. I surprise him with a sudden gesture. He does not protest, hugging me back instead. He's just the right size for me to snuggle into myself snuggle. It's nice to... This is nice. I could stay like this for a little longer, but it does get a bit awkward after a short while. What are you gonna do now, then? I don't even have an answer to this question. I don't have any idea what to do now. Apart from finding another room to stay, of course. I need to think. I'll go outside for a moment and maybe take a short walk. Sure. Well, you know where to look for me. See you later, then. I smile and nod. See you, Lake. He waves at me and walk out of the room, his tail swaying behind him. I wish I could stay with him tonight, but there's nothing I can do. I turn around and go through the entrance door, leaving the warm and cozy guest house. Now there's a question I want to put at personally. Let's see. Was it here? No, I think it'd be here where you'd get to the... Oh, nope, too close. Back up. Okay. Let me just pull the list up. Okay, so rune, check. Lake, check. Can I, highlight multiple things there? Let's see, Miko, check. Torroof. So wait, Torroof is here? Where is Torroof? I don't see him anywhere. Torroof is here. Bjorn is here. Jorgen is here, and Devon's here. Okay. I wonder how that would work, you know? Since, would it be 3 people to a room and I'd share a bed? Ooh. Don't know. That's gonna be for later. So, how far are we in this anyways? So I think somewhere between here and there, because here's the meal, here's where we lost the key, and we're talking to him. Ooh. So we're going slightly faster, but emphasis on slightly. Because there is quite a ways. It says 6, 12, 18. We could always just maybe try and figure out a way to speed it up. Main menu. Where does jump to root go anyways? No. Sure. Okay, so it skips to day 2. So I guess most of day 1 is somewhat irrelevant, but unfortunately, there is still content for those people on day 1, and also, you just can't skip to day 2 without, doing the stuff. But at least the things can go over, though. Jeez, for a second there I was like, shit. You know when you put your thing in like a over thing and then your background shows? Well, mine's a bit, well, it's not really pornographic. It's a sexy lady with, you know, clothes on. But anyways, that's gonna be the end of this Let's Play. So comment, guys, like, comments. I think I said this. Spay New Year, and we'll say until next time. Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Ton Course. See ya.